seen a new movie called Warfare. It's been out for a couple weeks, but it's still new to me. It's directed by Alex Garland and Ray Mendoza, who was Ray Mendoza's former military, and he was actually there for the events that happened in the film. And it's got Will Poulter, Michael Gandolfini, Joseph Quinn, Cosmo Jarvis, who you have seen in Shogun recently. And they're members of a Navy SEAL platoon, and they're doing a recon mission in Iraq that goes sideways. And the story and the script was written based off the retellings that the soldiers who were there gave. And the movie only has one setting. It's just on this one street in this neighborhood, because in the beginning of the movie, the platoon, they break into these people's house and they kind of take them hostage, not like hurting them, but just they take over their house because they need to make a vantage point. They're like breaking the walls so they can put the sniper through there so they can see things. And Cosmo Jarvis, he's like the sniper, so he's the main one out, like scoping people out, relaying information back to Will Poulter, his character Eric, who is the captain of their unit. So he's like relaying information, like certain clothes, certain outfits people are wearing, and what they're holding, and if they're armed, and different locations they're moving. So a lot of communication between the team, between different units. You know, you have like because you have Ray, who is like he's like the locations guy. I don't know what the proper term for it is, but he's like saying where their location is. He's giving off locations of other things, relaying that to other people on the radio. He's like the navigator, I guess. People are gonna make fun of me. I don't know the different titles in the Navy SEAL, but he did that. You have this one guy, Tommy, he's holding this giant ass LMG, and you got one guy who's got like all the medic stuff and whatnot. And the first half of the movie is really just them sitting around in this house, just scoping people out, waiting for something to happen. But it's still engaging, just knowing that like any moment something can happen. Just like a explosion could go off, bullets could start flying, a vehicle could pull up, just anything could happen. They do play into that as well. Just so there are some things that just happen out of nowhere. You're just like I was not expecting that. It's definitely exciting to keep you on the edge of your seat a little bit. And it's funny seeing the characters, because like obviously like with your friends and family you can joke around and make fun of each other and just shoot the shit, but then whenever stuff's going down, you can lock it in, you can be serious, you can deal with whatever's going on, and you know, you can act appropriately in certain situations. There is this one guy though who he's a part of a different unit that shows up to like help them at another point, and he like comes in, there's like two of them are injured with like leg injuries, and he comes in and he's like, oh come on guys, this is nothing. He's like kicking them in the legs and slapping them in the leg and stuff, and they're like, dude, quit touching the injured and stuff. And I'm just like, bro, like you're an asshole, dude. Like these guys, like their legs are like blown off and you're coming in. He's like, oh no, that's just a paper cut, come on, get up. He's like kicking him in the leg, and I'm like, you're an asshole, bro. Like I imagine like back on base nobody likes you, like guaranteed nobody likes you. I don't know if that's just that character's way of coping with the situation, considering by that point a lot of stuff's gone down. But I was like, man, I was like, that guy's just like a straight asshole. And just to touch on it, you know, people are gonna be like, oh, it's American propaganda, as to do with every war film, and a lot of them are, but this one, just the way it's shot, just the way it ends too, hopefully you can see what they're trying to go for. I can't really say much without spoiling it, but just the way it's shot, it's just one really long scene. You know, there's not really a 3-act structure. It's just kind of things happen and then it just ends abruptly, but the abruptness makes sense to what they're doing, if that makes sense. Just the way it ends, you're like, oh, that makes sense, because I want to spoil it, but I can't, because I do want people to watch it and you'll see what I'm saying. And to get back to that guy who plays Ray, I think other than the main 4 people, he had like the most to do, and he was kind of an anchor for most of the movie. Like when stuff was going down, Will Poulter's character, even as the captain, he was panicking, he was freaking out, and just the Ray guy, he kept it together, you know, or at least on the surface. He was doing medical work, he was relaying information, he was doing all this stuff. I feel like he was the most collected of all of his units. Hopefully we see more of this actor. And yeah, overall I'd probably give this movie like a 3.5 out of 5. It was entertaining. There were some new things you haven't seen in war films before. They would do this thing where they would ask for a show of force, which was like a fighter jet flying really close to the ground at a high speed and just picking up all the smoke and breaking the sound barrier, blowing everyone's eardrums out. And I feel like personally I haven't seen that in a war movie before, and I was like, oh, I didn't know they actually did that, but I was like, that's kind of cool. But then also it's kind of just a generic war film, you know, just like generic bad guys with AK-47s, and it's just the crew trying to survive once things go sideways, and just watching that. And the cinematography is good. The sound mixing is good, which with most war movies, the sound mixing is good, like the gunplay and the explosions and whatnot. You can actually hear what people are saying when they're talking and stuff's going down. Yeah, so I mean, I enjoyed it. You know, I don't think it was anything groundbreaking, but it was definitely a good, enjoyable movie. If you like war films, like I said, you'd probably enjoy it. So I'd say check this one out. Warfare from A24, directed by Alex Garland and Ray Mendoza. Have you seen it? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Do you not like war movies? Let me know. Hit the like button, subscribe. Peace.